Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! I don't know you. You leave me alone. You're man! Leave me alone. I don't know you. No. You leave me alone. Go away! Go away! Go away! I don't know you. I don't know you.
Morning. I thought we'd go through fern fields and draw blackthorn wood, if that's all right.
I reckon that'll flush out Reynard. Oh, I see Sarah's riding.
Oh, Lord. I hope she's not going to be a drag.
£7 and 8p.
You didn't bring Harry then, Kate?
No, I left him with Nanny.
Oh, but that's such a shame. I think he'd have loved it, don't you, Graham?
Well, Kate's decision, Mother.
Start as you mean to go on, I say.
Well, who knows how we choose to go on Marcia.
We'll have him on horseback before you can say boo. Boo. Well, I must see to my duties.
She means well, you know.
I'm sure.
We're going to draw blackthorn. I don't want you trying any of those walls.
I can jump a wall, James.
No, you go through the gate. Sammy will be there to open them. I don't want you making a fool of yourself.
Oh, to be in England.
We are in England, Ron.
I meant the scene, Betty. I meant you couldn't be anywhere else.
Morning, Superintendent. Mr. Pringle.
Morning, Mr. Fitzroy. Hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Got to grip him with your legs. Joy was on top.
All right. Come on now, lads. Let's have none of that. Just a bit of fun.
Not hurting anyone.
Listen to me. You know who I am?
You're a copper.
I'm Superintendent Pringle. I've just moved into this village where I hope to spend a very happy retirement. Soon I'll just be a neighbour like anybody else. And I intend to get on with everyone.
Have your work cut out to do that here.
What's your name?
Gertie.
What, Gertie?
Mr. Gertie. Billy to a chosen few.
Yes, I've heard of you, Billy Gertie. You're known to make trouble. Well, a word of advice. Don't make trouble with me. Even when I'm retired, I'll still have friends.
Get.
Hello?
C'est menu gastronomique. Escargot farci, saumon fumé, coquille Saint-Jacques à l'oriental.
Looks very rich.
Joyce, this is France, and this restaurant has a Michelin star. Now, that's a recognition of his excellence. We should honor the chef by sampling the best he has to offer. Mm.
Barnaby. Chief Inspector Barnaby, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
James Fitzroy. We were on the committee together for the charity night.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, just popped over for a couple of days. Boar hunt yesterday. The village we're twinned with. Damn good chase. And we got a kill. Huh? That's why we've been putting our nose bags on today. Huh? Oh, this is my wife, Sarah.
Hello.
This is my wife, Joyce, and my daughter, Cully.
Oh, Carly Barnaby. You're going to be in the importance of being earnest, aren't you, at the Corston Playhouse?
Yes, I have to leave tomorrow to go back and rehearse.
Sarah's on the committee there.
Friends of the Playhouse, you know.
Oh, really?
She'll bore you to death, I dare say, before you get the play on. Huh? Well, we mustn't bore you anymore. On you go, Sarah.
Bye. Bye.
Almost forgot. We had a murder in Upper Marchwood. Some old tramp. Superintendent Pringle's on the case.
Yes, he's standing in for me while I'm on holiday.
Damn fine chap. Had the bloke who did it inside within a week. Now, that's what I call police work, huh? Yes, on you go, Sarah. Go on. Bye.
Ron Pringle solves a murder while I'm away. I'll never hear the last of this. Ron Pringle, he's an oaf.
Dad, forget about Ron Pringle. You're on holiday.
C'est décidé, monsieur?
Bien sûr, mon ami. Just to help me forget. Pour moi, c'est le menu gastronomique. Ron Pringle.
Mentals, Mum. Did you ever see me smoke a menthol? It's like smoking cough sweets.
Sorry, I knew you had a green packet. I'll get it right next time.
Next time? I want out of here before next time. I've done nothing then. I didn't kill anyone. I mean, that stinking old tramp.
I know you didn't, Billy. I know you couldn't. You haven't been tried yet. Nobody's saying you're guilty yet.
That fool Pringle's saying it. He doesn't care who did it. As long as he got someone for it. I'll murder that bastard if I ever get the chance.
Tom.
Oh, hello, Ron.
Good holiday?
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Good. All set for my farewell. Booze up tonight?
No, I hope so.
No problem.
Yeah, I think I've caught some called French bug. I'm a bit jippy.
Overindulging on La Noche and La Vino.
No, it's a bug, I'm sure of that.
I wasn't I the lucky one, eh? You were away on holiday and I solved a case that should have been yours. Talk about going out on high.
Yeah, congratulations, Ron.
Nothing to it, really. Unknown tramp who was living in the woods. Got on the wrong side of the local poacher. Chap well known to have a violent temper. Tramp was clubbed to death. Poacher's fingerprints on the blood-stained weapon. Good job you were on holiday. Wasn't worthy of your talents.
You sure you don't want, Good morning, sir.
Sergeant, good holiday.
Yes, thank you. Mountaineering in Norway.
Oh, very nice.
You sure you don't want something cooked, sir?
No. Look, will you excuse me? There's, one or two things I ought to be doing.
See you at the party.
I hope so, yeah.
Afternoon, Mr. Gurney.
Sir.
I'll be in soon, Kath. She'll be upset. She's been to see the boy.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that, Ben. Terrible business.
He's not a murderer, sir. I know he's been a bad lad sometimes, and you've been very patient with him. But he's not a murderer.
Yeah.
Hey, darling.
Hi.
Been anywhere interesting?
No, just into Causton. Looked around a few shops, saw nothing I wanted. So I came back. Oh. Hello, Marcia. Didn't know you were here.
Mother's been playing with Harry.
You know I like to see him as often as I can, don't I, Harry?
Come on, darling. Come to Mummy.
It's time for your tea.
Well,
Come
I
on.
was
just going to do that.
No, Charlotte can. What's that? What we pay her for? You love Charlotte, don't you? Charlotte! Harry wants you. Oh, darling, I met Tilly in town. You know, I used to work with her. She suggested a girls' night out, taking a movie. You don't mind, do you?
When?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Well, I can cancel it if you do mind.
No, of course not.
Good. You're lovely. Come on. Charlotte, come on. Let's give the boys tea.
Come on, Cass. We'll get him out of there. Somehow.
Hello, Tom. Sergeant.
Hello, Ron.
Mr. Good do last night, didn't he, Troy? Hey?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we haven't touched anything.
Oh, right.
I just thought as I'd moved into the village, local knowledge and all that, I'd like the benefit of my advice.
Thank you very much, Ron. Hello, Dan.
Ah, cross-channel ferry didn't sink then.
Ooh. Poor devil.
It's called Ben Gurdy. He was employed by the local hunt.
And it was the hunt who found him, yeah?
No. Linda Wagstaff found him. She's a strange old biddy. She lives in a railway carriage at the edge of the woods. She was here when the hunt arrived.
And the hunt made such a mess, we're not going to learn much from the surrounds, are we, eh? Yes. OK, your turn.
You haven't heard the most pertinent fact, though. Ben Gurdy was the father of Billy Gurdy, the man who murdered the tramp.
The man accused of murdering the tramp.
Apparently, Ben was very depressed about what happened.
So he shot himself?
Seems like it.
Poor Ben. There are no suicides in the animal kingdom.
I'm Chief Inspector Barnaby. May I ask who you are?
My name is Henry Carstairs.
Are you here for some purpose, sir?
I'm looking for dead bodies. I'm a taxidermist. Animals, birds. I have permission from my cousin to look for dead creatures. Graham Tranter. He's my cousin. This is his land.
So you're in the woods quite often, are you?
Quite often, yes.
Were you here last night, by any chance?
Yes, I was, for a while. Quite early. Something maybe 8 o'clock.
Did you see Mr. Gurdy by any chance?
No.
Or hear a shot?
I'm afraid not.
Did you see or hear anything at all unusual?
Yes. I saw a dead mink. That's very unusual. Look wonderful mounted. Especially if I bare the teeth.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Well, if you wouldn't mind, sir, we got work to do.
I understand. There's an element of Greek tragedy here. To meet his death in front of the palace of his enemy. The origin of his black despair.
What is he talking about?
I think he means that's where the tramp used to live. It's where he used to sleep when he was in the woods.
A strange thing to do, though, isn't it? Come all the way out here to shoot himself. Not the tramp's fault his son's in prison.
I think it might be wise to have a word with his wife.
Oh, thank you, Ron. That's a very good idea.
Well, I'm afraid I can't give you any more time. I have to see a man about a horse. I've joined the local hunt, you know. Joint master is looking me out a mount.
Oh, well, in that case, I mustn't keep you. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, well, you know where I am if you want to find me.
I do indeed. Thank you, Ron.
Bye, Dan.
Yeah, keep taking the tablets, Ron.
Anything interesting?
Not very. Died between 8 and 11 last night. Otherwise, you just have to hang on for the autopsy.
I suppose it could be a coincidence. It's happening here. It's a pretty big one if it is, isn't it? And did he mean to shoot himself when he set out, or did something happen to make him decide?
You're beautiful, Linda.
Hello, Sandra. Odd Hogan, please.
You heard about Ben Gurdy, Dave?
Bang, bang, shot himself.
You reckon it was because of Billy?
Don't you know?
What?
He was caught in bed with a foxhound.
Dave, you're awful.
Got to go to Corston, load for my dad.
You were going to buy me a drink last night.
Sorry. Got tied up.
Excuse me, please.
How's Mr. Gurdy, Superintendent? I mean, you know, the Gurdy's still alive?
I'm sure he's well looked after. But I've retired.
Shame it wasn't earlier.
It's like it's been dumped by Thomas.
Huh?
The tank engine.
Oh. I used to read that to Cully. Good look, Troy. Certainly got herself organised, hasn't she? Rosemary, fennel, and coriander. Some seriously good cooking goes on in there, Troy. Miss Wagstaff?
Who are you?
I'm Detective Chief Inspector Barnaby.
I haven't got television.
Pardon?
I haven't got one. I already told them what you come back for. Go away.
Miss Wagstaff, not here about your television. Want to talk to you about Ben Gurdy, the man you found dead this morning.
Elderberry cordial.
No, thanks, not for me.
Yes, please.
Get the door. What are you looking at?
I was just admiring your home.
Ah.
Very comfortable.
I got everything I need. Bed, wood stove, toilet round back. I recycle everything.
Well, thank you.
Miss Wagstaff, would you tell me how you came across Ben Gurdy's body, please?
I trod on it.
That must have been a shock.
No, not really. I saw another man dead a little while ago.
Oh, you mean the tramp?
Oh, nasty, filthy creature.
Did you know him?
He used to bang on my door asking to come in. What do you think? I was born yesterday.
So how long had he lived in the woods then?
Not long. I wouldn't speak to him.
Miss Wagstaff?
My name is Linda. I'm not an old maid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Linda.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Were you out in the woods last night?
No.
Did you hear a shot?
I often hear shots.
When did you hear a shot last night?
When I was in bed.
At what time did you go to bed?
When I was tired, of course.
And when you found Ben Gurdy's body in the morning, what time exactly was that?
When I got up.
When you got up?
Mm-hmm.
Linda, were you surprised that he shot himself?
Not really. What a funny lot.
Who?
All of them down there. They kill things for pleasure. Of course, I have to be careful what I say. I do needlework for them and I need the money. But I don't trust them. There's hatred down there.
Why is there hatred?
Oh, I just feel it, that's all.
Linda, do you feel hatred for the man who killed the tramp?
Who did kill the tramp?
Billy Gurdy.
Oh, don't be daft. Billy Gurdy's a lovely boy. He bought me a pheasant sometimes. Oh, he kills things. But he kills for food, not for pleasure. He'd never kill a person. Hey! Hey, get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out of here!
Miss Wagstaff, I
Get
assure you...
out of here! Get out!
Chief Inspector, honestly...
Get out! Get out! Oh, he is a scavenger, a vulture. I hate him, I hate him. Oh, yes, Inspector, I can hate too.
You have to go to London tomorrow.
For God's sake, Marcia, please, I've already been up once this week. Well, it's the Founders' Night tomorrow.
You'll be back in plenty of time for that. James, it has to be done.
Chief Inspector.
Mr. Fitzroy. This is Detective Sergeant Troy.
Hello, Sergeant. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
As you might have guessed, we're here about the death of Ben Gurdy. I'm here to see Mrs. Gurdy.
Well, she lives in a cottage there. Dreadful business. This is Marcia Tranter. She and I are joint MFH. Masters of foxhounds, old boy. Huh?
How do you do?
Pleased to meet you. Mrs. Tranter, is it your husband that owns the land where the body was found?
My husband is dead, Chief Inspector.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My son Graham owns the land.
I see. It was just that there was a man in the woods who said he had permission from a Mr. Tranter to look for dead animals there.
Oh, Handbag Henry. Oh, sorry, it's just an affectionate nickname.
He's always carrying a bag.
And Ben Gurdy, he was an employee of the Hunt, yes?
Yeah, jolly good one, too.
You didn't see him last night, did you, before he went out? See what sort of mood he was in?
No, I didn't see him at all.
And Mrs. Tranter, you didn't see him?
I was at home in the Dower House, on my son's estate. Oh dear, they're not very happy bunnies today. Oh, right, Anthony. There. Oh, it's so unfair on them. They've had all that excitement of the chase without the satisfaction of the kill.
Didn't even know he was missing. Went out last night about 9 o'clock.
Why did you do that?
Searching. Day and night he's been in those woods trying to find something that might help Billy. And he knew who did it still out there somewhere.
Did you wait up for him?
10 o'clock or so I went to bed. I took this pill the doctor gave me because, you know, well, with Billy's trouble, I couldn't sleep, and when I woke up, he wasn't there. Well, he wouldn't have been. It was 8 o'clock or more. He'd have gone off to work.
Didn't anybody come looking for him when he didn't arrive for work?
He does all different jobs up there. I suppose everybody thought he was somewhere else.
And nothing else unusual happened last night? Nothing at all?
Well, young Mrs. Tranter from the big house. Her car went past. I think it was hers, but it's not very unusual.
What time was that?
Just after Ben went out.
It'll be all right.
Mrs. Fitzroy's here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Graham, I didn't mean to disturb you.
No. I was just sitting with Harry. He's having his afternoon nap. Such a wonderful sight. I couldn't resist watching him.
I envy you. I'm on my way to Causton, Playhouse Committee. James told me to drop this in for you. It's the final list of guests for Founders' Night.
I needn't have bothered to send this.
You know James. Dot the I's and cross the T's. How's Kate?
Oh, she's fine, thanks. Yeah, she's gone to Causton with an old friend she used to work with. They're going to buy a dress or something.
Oh, she'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
I like Kate.
Do you?
Oh, yes. And I sympathise. I mean, coming from the real world to Upper Marshwood and all of us, it's not easy for her. I was the same when I first married James. I fitted in eventually, and so will Kate.
Let's hope so.
Several people heard you threaten the tramp.
I threatened lots of people. I killed none of them.
Any prints were found on the weapon?
I explained that to him. I found the tramp dead that night when I was out poaching. I picked up the stick that was lying beside him. I saw the blood and I threw it away.
Billy, you were seen in the woods that morning.
I was having a laugh, wasn't I?
A laugh?
I was trying to get back at those stuck-up snobs.
Did you tell Superintendent Pringle that?
Of course I did. That just made up his mind I must have done it. One thing worse than a murderer here, it's someone who makes a fool of the hunt. I did not kill him. I did not kill him. I did not kill him.
Quite a well-kept garden, this is, Miss Cardew.
So glad you like it, Miss Fairfax.
I had no idea there were any flowers in the country.
Oh, flowers are as common here, Miss Fairfax, as people are in London.
Dad, it's meant to be funny. You're reading it like you're announcing the Titanic going down.
Dinner's nearly ready.
Look, let's get food over with and I'll feel a little jollier, all right?
Want to bet?
I've learned my lesson. It's plain English food from now on.
Oh, talking of which, I got caught by that woman today after rehearsal, Sarah Fitzroy, the one we met in France. God, does she ball for England?
Poor old you. I had a word with her husband today. He said that one of his workers had just committed suicide.
Is that what's been on your mind?
Well, I'm puzzled by it. And the son of the dead man's in prison on a murder charge. I got half a feeling he shouldn't be there.
Are you two coming to eat? I'm trying out a new recipe for bœuf bourguignon.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes.
Hello, Barnaby. Oh, hello, Troy. No, I'll be over right away. Sorry.
What clinched it was a schoolboy howler. The gun was in the right hand. But Ben Gurdy's left-handed.
How'd you know that?
He was a manual worker. The left hand's got the calluses and the harder skin. That was the hand he used most. Well, it's easy to confirm it with his wife.
So whoever wanted to make it look like a suicide put the gun in the wrong hand.
You're dealing with a murder.
I was pretty sure.
You never said.
Well, it didn't add up, did it, Troy?
So, 2 murders in the same wood within 3 weeks.
By 2 different murderers?
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, if you're right, it means dear old Ron Pringle's boobed.
Can't crow yet, though. Also means that somebody's walking about who's already killed twice. Don't know who they are. Don't know the motive. So I don't know what might drive them to kill again. Right, gentlemen, I'd like the whole area tooth-comb, please. Anything at all that's not naturally part of the wood may give us a clue as to why Ben Gurdy was killed, OK? Thank you, Sergeant. Sir. Right, Troy. Ron Pringle.
Thank you.
Bastard.
Betty, here he is. Well, what do you think?
Good Lord. It's very big, isn't it?
He isn't big, Betty. He's a hunter. He's the right size for a hunter. Oh, hello. What does he want?
Hello, Ron.
Morning, Tom. You looking for me?
Yes, I am. That's a big horse.
It's a hunter. Used to be Lord Kitson's mount.
Oh, really? Hello, Betty. You settling in all right, are you?
Think so, Tom. Hope so.
Good. Ron, could I have a word, please?
What now?
Please.
I'm mounted.
Well, preferably unmounted.
Well, what am I supposed to do with the horse?
Hitch you to the rail like they do in westerns.
Sergeant, this is a very valuable animal. I'm not going to leave him unattended.
Well, Sergeant Troy will attend to it.
All right, so Gurdy was probably murdered and near the place where the tramp used to sleep. But that doesn't begin to prove that Billy Gurdy didn't kill the tramp.
I didn't say it did.
I'm relieved to hear it.
All I'm suggesting is that at the very least, it's possible that the 2 murders are connected, which means I have to re-examine the death of the tramp. Ben Gurdy must have been killed for a reason.
Or by a psychopath?
Ron, if there is a psychopath on the loose, he may also have killed the tramp.
Billy Gurdy killed the tramp.
Excuse me, coffee?
No.
No, thank you, Betty.
I'm sure the sergeant would like one. Bit chilly out there this morning.
Anyway, Ron, I don't think he could have been a psychopath. No psychopath would bother to make it look like a suicide, would he?
If someone else shot him, then Ben Gurdy must have given him his gun. Why would he do that?
Perhaps he was threatened with another gun, or he might have known the other person well enough to have had no worries about handing it over. But to go back to the tramp.
Yes?
You could find out nothing at all about him.
Nothing. We distributed his fingerprints and dental details, and we've had nothing back. We know he was in the village shop just before 11 that morning. He bought 2 bottles of cider and a packet of buns. According to the doc, he died somewhere between 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 in the afternoon.
And nobody saw him after he left the village?
Nope.
But the hunt went past the spot where he was found?
Yes.
At about midday?
Yes. Look, these people had nothing to do with it. Tom, I have to live in this village. I prefer you didn't go pestering them about it.
Well, I can't help that, Ron. I've got 2 dead bodies in the morgue.
Yes, of course.
When did Linda Wagstaff say she found the body?
Don't ask me. In the night, she said. Anyway, she didn't tell anyone. None of my business, she said. It wasn't till the next day we knew about the killing. Henry Carstairs reported it. The taxidermist.
It was 7:52 a.m. when I found the tramp.
That's very precise.
I'm always precise about finding corpses. One has to be. One has to time the process right.
And you came across the body quite by accident, yeah?
Well, I had no reason to be looking for it. It's a terrible sight. Wouldn't expect a stoat to be popular, would you? Very big in Japan. Gotta finish another fox. Everybody wants a fox. It's the lollipop of the taxidermy trade.
Mr. Carstairs, when I asked you if you were in the woods the night Ben Gurdy was killed... Oh, the body was arranged to make it look like suicide, but in fact he was murdered.
Good heavens, why?
Well, that we have to discover. You said you were in the area. What did you mean by that?
Well, I wasn't precisely in the woods, just round about.
But you said you found a mink that night. So surely you could be very precise.
Completely stupid of me, yeah. 8:27, Ashley Dell. It's about half a mile from where they discovered poor Ben. Of course, as soon as I found this little treasure, I came straight home.
And you stayed in all evening?
Indeed I did. Had the initial preparation to do. Give the skin a good clean-up, that kind of thing.
You live on your own?
That's why they call me Handbag Henry. Though what they imply is very far from the truth. I'm a ladies' man. I just never found somebody that I fancy who would fancy me poor. However, I've inherited the Tranter estate.
How would you have done that?
Well, my uncle was Graham Tranter's grandfather. He was a very rich man. He died without leaving a will, so the inheritance should have gone to his son, Simon, but Simon disappeared 30 years ago.
Simon Tranter, that's Marcia Tranter's husband, yes?
But she said he was dead.
May or may not be. He just walked out. A week after he left, Marcia discovered she was having a child. After the statutory 7 years were up, she had her husband declared legally dead. So when my uncle died, without leaving a will, the inheritance went to her son, Graham.
So how could you have inherited?
In intestacy, Sergeant. Where there's no will, the inheritance goes to the nearest blood relative. After Graham, I was next in line, and there were some who suggested that I was nearer than that. Meantime, I must make my fortune the best way I can.
God. Yes?
I've done the work.
How much?
£50.
£50.
There's policemen in the woods.
And what are they doing?
Walking up and down, looking.
Well, that's their job, isn't it? Give the work to Mrs. Fitzroy.
Hate him.
Murdered?
Mr. Tranter, you hunted through the woods on the day Gertie's body was found, didn't you?
No, not me personally. No, I had a bit of a headache that morning, so I didn't go out.
You didn't go to the wood the previous evening?
No, I didn't go out at all.
But you did hunt on the day the tramp was killed, yeah?
Yes, I did.
And did either of you notice anything unusual on that day?
No, nothing unusual at all.
Do many people use the woods?
This is private land, Chief Inspector. We don't allow trespassers.
But surely the tramp was trespassing?
Well, yes, he was. And when I found out about it, I asked Graham to run him off.
Well, I was intending to. There didn't seem to be much hurry. It seemed harmless.
Harmless? Just look at all the trouble he's caused.
And isn't Linda Wagstaff trespassing?
Well, yes, she is, but she's been there for over 30 years. We tolerate her.
30 years? What's her history?
I don't know, really. There was a man there for some time, husband, lover, nobody's really sure. But he moved on and she stayed put.
I understand Henry Carstairs was in line to inherit your grandfather's estate after your husband disappeared.
Well, yes, he was.
I suppose if your father suddenly turned up, it'd all be his. I mean, as the nearest blood relation to your grandfather.
My husband is officially dead and therefore would inherit nothing.
And there was no news of him at all from the day he walked out?
Well, yes. We have a photograph of Simon sitting outside a cafe in Antwerp. He has a girl with him. They were registered together in the local hotel. He moved on and hasn't been heard of since.
Darling, I was wondering... Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, darling. This is Detective Chief Inspector Barnaby and Sergeant...
Troy.
It's my wife, Kate.
Hello, Mrs. Tranter.
Hello.
It appears that Ben Gertie was murdered.
Murdered?
Anyway, we've no need to take up any more of your time. Oh, there is one more question, Mrs. Tranter. The night before last, the night Ben Gertie was killed, do you mind telling me where you were going when you drove past the kennels about 9 o'clock?
Past the kennels?
Mrs. Gertie says she saw you.
Well, she must be mistaken. My wife went to the cinema the night before last with an old girlfriend. What was it you saw?
Oh, that sci-fi.
Yeah, the Silver Planet.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry to have troubled you. Thank you again.
It's our Hunt Founder's party tonight.
And he has it here, does he?
The Hunt Founder has been dead for nearly 200 years. The party is in tribute to him. Would you walk this way as though you were looking at the garden? I wouldn't be at all surprised if it were Kate's car. I'm almost certain she's having an affair, and going to the cinema with a girlfriend's just an excuse. And Graham's far too besotted to notice. He met her on holiday about 2 years ago, just after he'd inherited, and she got herself pregnant. On purpose, I'm sure. By him, I presume. And he married her. She's totally unsuitable and bored out of her mind. You see, she's not been brought up to our way of life. Now, if she and her lover went to the woods and Ben Gertie found them in flagrante delicto, then the lover may have wanted to silence Ben.
Did you ever play that game, sir? You know, name the woman you wouldn't go to bed with for £1 million.
There we are, sir.
Thank you. Oh, come on, Troy. It's a lovely day.
Oh, if you say so. What was all that rubbish you was trying to sell us? In flagrante whatnot?
It's happened before. Graham Trant is a rich man. His wife's got a lot to lose.
Yeah, but if we think the same person murdered both, does that mean the tramp caught them at it as well?
It was unlikely, I agree. But let's try and find out if this lover actually exists. What's that?
What's what?
That.
Chicken korma.
In a sandwich?
The world's moved on from cheese and tomatoes, sir. It's lovely.
Fitzroy?
James, it's me. Listen, they've discovered that Ben Gertie was murdered.
God. I heard they were back in the woods.
James, this means that they might...
Marcia, shut up. Well, I'm sorry, but this is my mobile phone. Things are tricky enough without... well, goodbye.
Bottle tops across the years. Look at that, Troy. That is an original Tizer stopper.
Bird and animal bones?
What do you reckon to that?
Fox, dog. Perhaps this is where they bury their old hounds.
There was something else, sir. Not quite sure. Might be of interest.
Good God. The headless woman.
Dirty-minded schoolboys out in the woods.
You speak from experience, dear Troy.
Hmm?
Where do you find this? Nothing else here?
No, sir. So you drop that off at the lab, get it fingerprinted and copied.
Copied, sir?
Well done, Sergeant. I think we're on track.
Ah, this is very nice.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Very good punch.
Yes.
Just the five, eh? Oh, excellent. Thank you. God. I'll have to go and have a word with them. Go easy on the drink. You know how silly you get.
Hello, James.
Nice
Sarah.
to see you.
Hello, Betty.
Lovely party.
Oh, good, good. How's the investigation going?
Oh, well, not down to me, I'm afraid. I'm retired.
Damn pity that. That Barnaby chap takes his time a bit, doesn't he?
Well, he has his methods.
James, excuse me. Can I have a word with you about the raffle?
Would you excuse us? Business.
You're avoiding me.
I'm not. I promise I'm not.
Well, what happened in London?
Please, sir, can we talk about this later?
And what's the prize, then? For the raffle?
Oh, it's a famous fox. Caught in 1932, I believe.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Well, we'd best have some tickets.
Top up, please. Lovely. Thank you. Hello, Marcia. Been playing hooky?
Oh, hardly, Catherine. I'm the hostess. I was opening the French windows to let the smoke out.
Great party.
Oh, what lovely earrings. They knew.
Graham bought them for me last week. Sweet, isn't he?
Yes.
Excuse me.
There's a queue at both the loos.
I'll ask if there's another one.
No. I'll find it.
Please, for God's sake, Marcia. I'm doing what I can. There's no danger. Why should there be? He can't last much longer. No, come on, dear. We're the hosts. Let's get back to the party, yeah?
Your mother's in heaven on mornings like this. I don't know what she'll do if she gets up there and finds the good Lord's anti-hunting.
welcome to the Marshwood, Ron.
Thank you, Master. I'm really looking forward to it.
Good, good. Enjoy the partying last night, did you?
Yes, excellent.
Good, good. Oh, hey.
How often do that lot go hunting, sir?
2 or 3 times a week.
Don't any of them have proper jobs? Well, it looks like she's in.
She knows a lot more than she told us, I'm sure of that. Hey, it's Puccini. Madam Butterfly.
Do you consider it good manners to look through people's windows?
I'm sorry, policemen were nosy. Couldn't help noticing the photograph.
That has nothing to do with you.
No, I don't say it is. It's.
And you're not looking in there without a warrant. I know my rights.
Oh, I'm sure you do, Linda. I'm sure you do. I wanted to ask you about the time just before the death of the tramp. Did you notice if anyone ever came to see him?
I don't know.
Or if he ever met up with anyone?
I don't know.
Or if he sometimes left the woods, perhaps to visit somebody?
I don't know. I don't know.
Perhaps we shouldn't have mentioned that photograph. Really clammed her up.
I'm aware of that.
You think that was her lover?
Yeah, quite probably.
Amazing, isn't it? Him fancying her.
Yeah, well, I dare say she didn't always look like that. People do change as they get older, that's why. Even you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Could even be her in that new picture.
I'm so sorry, Betty.
I had a bad feeling about this place. But he was so full of it all. He's not... He wasn't really a snob. It's just he liked to see himself mixing with those sort of people. And the hunting. Well, he's always wanted to do that.
It was an accident, Betty. He horse bolted. It could happen to anyone.
He did have something on his mind. I don't know what it was. But at the party, he'd been outside to relieve himself. When he got back, I could tell something was wrong.
Did he give you a clue?
He wouldn't tell me what it was. But I think it might have been something that suggested he'd been wrong. Oh, Tom. Oh, Tom.
Poor Betty.
Yes. She really, really loved him. God, what a bloody awful day. Cully still rehearsing, is she?
Oh, yes, it's the opening soon. Must keep that first night free.
Oh, yes, right.
I'll say you're not here.
No, I'll get it. Hello, Barnaby. Right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for calling. That was the vet. Ron Pringle's horse was doped. Ron Pringle was murdered. According to the vet, it was a tranquilizer dart, which would have the effect of making the muscles convulse, causing the horse to bolt before it was tranquilized. Why? Something happened at the party the night before. When he went outside, or on his way back, he must have seen or heard something he shouldn't have done. Any luck?
Nobody saw a thing.
Look what I found in the summer house.
What is it?
What does it look like?
Well, it looks like a...
It is. It's the corner of a contraceptive packet. It was just under the chair.
So you think somebody slipped out of the party for a bit or the other?
It's possible.
Kate Tranter and her lover?
If he exists, we found no proof.
And Ron Pringle saw them, and they saw he saw them, and the lover killed him.
Right, good fit. But how would that tie up with the other murders?
As Marcia said, Ben Gurdy might have seen them as well.
That'd make them a very unlucky couple, wouldn't it? I mean, they might as well go and do it on the village green. No. Don't think it's as straightforward as that.
I picked this up at the station. Report on the photograph. First, fairly obviously, it was taken on a badly angled self-timer.
That would explain cutting off the head.
Mm-hmm. Second, they've matched the fingerprints.
They're the tramps.
Did you think it would be?
Didn't you? Well, yes, I always believed there was blackmail somewhere on the agenda, which would mean what, Troy?
What?
Well, you wouldn't get very far trying to blackmail somebody with this, would you? There must have been more pictures hidden in that tree, and this one accidentally got left behind. The others will have heads on them, and may possibly involve another person.
So either person in the photographs could be being blackmailed?
Or someone who was connected in some way with the people in the photograph. There's something there, something in the back of my mind. Now, what the hell is it?
Excuse me, sir. It's a fax for you. It's from Holland, sir.
Oh, good God. Mrs. Tranter, I've just had a communication from the Dutch police. In January 1971, they arrested a man for dangerous driving, and he went to prison for 7 days. They took his fingerprints, and they kept them on record. Now, those prints match those of the tramp. That man is your husband, Simon Tranter. Sit down.
Thank you. Could he be Simon?
Well, we believe so, unless the Dutch police... How tall was he?
5'11", I think.
He's 5'10".
Could it be proved one way or the other?
Oh, yeah. Quite simply. If your son would agree to a DNA test.
I never met him, of course. He treated my mother very badly. I'm aware of that. It was my father. I mean, dear God, to end up like that.
You've never met him while he was living in the woods?
No. No. I saw him once or twice from a distance, but of course he looked nothing like. The last picture that I have of him... Mother doesn't like it on show, so... Anyway...
It's the photograph I told you about, the one taken by the private detective. I did think of going after him, but my pride wouldn't let me.
No, Chief Inspector, I have no objection at all to the test. The sooner the better.
A handbag.
Yes, Lady Bracknell. It was in a handbag. A somewhat large, black, leather handbag with handles to it. An ordinary handbag, in fact.
In what locality did this Mr. James or Thomas Cardew come across this ordinary handbag?
Hold it. Hold it. I must ask you to leave the theatre.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be silly.
It was so kind of the director to let me watch, and then I go and repay him by behaving like that. And then you're so kind to let me sit in here when I should have gone home, but I couldn't go home like that. Oh, God, I'm such a boring woman. I never used to be. The truth is, sometimes I never want to go home again. To that awful man and that bloody woman whom we'd much rather be with than be with me. And I'm frightened, Cully. There's been 3 murders, why not 4?
Now, did she actually say she thought her husband and Marcia were tied up with the murders?
No. It's more the impression I got.
Well, what did she actually say?
She said they'd been behaving very strangely recently, that they'd been rowing a lot, which is very unusual, and that he goes to London more and more often.
What for?
A charity committee, he says. But she can't believe the committee meets as often as that. He went on Thursday, and he's going again tomorrow.
Another woman?
She used to think so. But then she overheard Marcia telling him he must go to London again. She says Marcia wouldn't tell him to go and see another woman. Marcia wants him all to herself.
Hello, late caller. Come for cocoa?
Oh, don't be stupid. Let me in. You know what I'm here for.
But do you have your share of the bargain?
$50,000.
Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Business complete.
You'd better give him plenty of space. We don't want to be seen.
All right.
But if her husband was legally dead and couldn't claim the inheritance, why would Marcia Tranter kill him? Or get him killed?
If she did.
And where's the blackmail? And where does Fitzroy come into all this?
That's what I hope we're about to find out.
Well, well. So what's all that about? You must be visiting somebody.
Good guess, Troy.
Perhaps the woman in the photograph. I'm not joking, sir. She'd be about the right age now.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's possible. How stupid can I get?
What?
Get out.
Sir?
When Fitzroy leaves, you go inside, find out what he was doing there. I've got to see Linda Weck's stuff. Go on.
How am I going to get back?
Well, hit your lift. Go on.
Fitzroy, such a considerate and generous man. Fred Rodale is an ex-employee of his, and Mr. Fitzroy pays for all of his expenses and visits him so often, too. Unfortunately, Mr. Rodale is seriously fading and wandering in his mind, poor man. So you won't get very much out of him, I'm afraid. Mr. Rodale, you have a visitor.
Yes. Search the woods for her. If you find her, call me at once. I'll get out a description.
How are the hounds, sir?
They're fine. Fine.
Never forget that day. I thought the hounds were going mad that day. Mad. Sir. Sir, the hounds are going berserk. I was out exercising them, sir, and they found something. We shot the hounds, and I never said. You've always been so good to me, sir. I swear. I swear I never said.
Never said what, Fred?
I swear. Who are you?
Hello, darling. Come on. Come on. Charlotte, Mr. Tranter's at a business meeting in Causton and he won't get back until late. So I'm going to take Harry out for a while.
Oh, where, Mrs. Tranter?
Oh, I don't know. Just out.
where?
She didn't say so.
Well, didn't you ask her, for goodness sake?
She just said...
Darling, you had me worried. I didn't know where you were.
You said you'd be late.
I got fed up. Where's Harry?
Excuse me. Do you know what dressing room Michael's in?
Michael?
Michael. Darrow.
I'm afraid there isn't a Michael Darrow in this production.
Oh, don't be silly. I got his clothes.
Evening, Mrs. B.
Evening, Gavin.
Right, let's go in.
Where the hell is it? I'm on very soon. Is that my suit? Yes, of course it is. What on earth are you doing?
It's Michael's!
So what's it all about?
Well, whatever it is, the old boy seems to have nightmares about it.
Fitzroy's scared stiff that while his mind's wandering, he might say something he shouldn't.
As he almost did to me, yeah. There is one possible clue, though, sir. I popped into the station on the way here. They've just finished the report on those things they found in the search of the wood. There were several dog bones.
What, the hounds that were shot?
Yeah. There was also something else. Fragments of a human collarbone.
Harry's quite safe, Graham. I'm taking him with me.
Okay, please don't take him. Please don't go.
I've had enough, okay? You, this place, your mother, I've had it. I want a new life.
With Dave Hedges. With him. I know about him, Kate. You don't have to give him up. Carry on, just as you are. Just as long as you stay with me.
You're pathetic.
God's sake! You don't think Dave Hedges loves you, do you? He thinks you'll get half my money.
I'll get my share of it.
If you run off with him, I'll fight you to hell before you get one penny.
Oh, I think you'll be generous. Don't forget I've got Harry to trade.
I am always smart, am I not, Mr. Worthing?
You are quite perfect, Miss Fairfax.
Oh, I hope I'm not that. It should leave no room for developments. And I intend to develop in many directions.
Now, please, out of my way.
I'll kill you before I let you go.
Don't be stupid, Graham.
I will. I'll kill you.
Charlotte? Charlotte? Would you take my case for me, please? I'm going away for a couple of days.
Yes, Mrs. Trump.
Thank you. Goodbye, Graham.
You never talk anything but nonsense.
Nobody ever does.
Thank you.
It's going well, isn't it?
Very well.
Cully's very good, isn't she? Well, look, there's some pictures of the last time they did it. 1970. There's the girl who played Cully's part. Oh, she's nowhere near as... What's the matter?
Michael Darrow.
What's wrong?
Good God. That's it.
He's beautiful. That's when he fell in love with me. Weren't him out there, couldn't be. He wasn't beautiful. He was filthy. He was horrible. Wasn't he?
Wasn't who, Linda? You must tell me, Linda. Who wasn't who?
Yes, of course, dear. Right away. That was Marcia. There's a problem with Graham. I've got to go and help her out.
James, I want a divorce.
Don't be stupid, Sarah. Tell me what it's about when I get back.
I won't be here when you get back.
Marcia gave her the shawl quite recently.
Marcia? You mean it's a photograph of Marcia?
And the tramp wasn't Simon Tranter, it was an actor called Michael Darrow.
Who? He met Linda Wagstaff here. She used to be the wardrobe mistress. And when the company packed up, she lived with him in the railway carriage.
And you didn't recognize him when he came back?
Oh, he told her who he was, all right. But he'd been so good-looking and she'd been so crazy on him. She wouldn't let herself believe he turned into that.
But how did he know Marcia?
He got himself a part-time job working up at the hunt. He must have had an affair with Marcia. That's when he took the pictures.
So why did he leave?
Remember that photo? Supposed to be Marcia's husband. I'm pretty sure that was Michael Darrow.
Pretending to be Simon Tranter?
Well, it looked enough like him to be able to use his passport. And he'd been well paid to do it.
Yeah, but why?
Because I bet Simon Tranter is buried in the woods. That's what your collarbone's about. Part of what the hounds dug up.
You're better off without her, Graham.
She's taken Harry.
But we'll get him back. The lawyers will see to that. We're not going to leave Harry with a slut like her.
A slut like her? My God, that's good coming from you.
What do you mean?
I've seen the pictures, Mother. Those disgusting pictures of you with that man.
Barnaby. Oh, thank you. To Marshwood. We had a call from Graham Tranter's wife. She'd walked out on him and taken the kid. She says he threatened to kill her.
Well, lots of people say...
And they've also had the results of the DNA test. Graham Tranter is related to the tramp.
So the actor is his father?
Certainly is.
That means he's lost everything?
I think so, and if he knows it, and I think he does, he's killed 3 times. He could kill again.
He said I wasn't entitled to the inheritance. I wasn't a blood relation, he said. He said he'd go to the trustees and tell them. I know Kate married me for the money. She'd only stay with me for the money. My life's nothing without her and Harry. I didn't know what to do. And then suddenly, I had the chance to kill him.
I can see why you'd want to kill a tramp, but why Ben Gurdy?
Well, Gurdy probably caught him doing something, looking for something. Photographs.
I searched the body, but he didn't have the photographs. So I had to have them. I knew they had to be hidden somewhere. He asked me what I was doing. I said something stupid about looking for badges. I was so stupid he couldn't possibly have believed me. But I was the boss. And when I asked to see his gun, he just handed it to me. Dutifully.
And Pringle?
The cinema.
What?
My wife went to the cinema the night before last with an old girlfriend. What was it you saw?
Oh, that's sci-fi.
Silver Planet.
Yes.
He was covering for her.
But what's that got to do
The summer house. Suppose it was Kate and her lover in the summer house.
And Ron Pringle saw them.
Not just that.
He saw them! He saw them!
He's so obsessed with her, he could put up with her being unfaithful to him, but not with Pringle seeing it.
He killed Pringle for her.
Yeah, and now she's left him.
It's all right, darling. It's all over. The police think that tramp was Simon. The tests will prove that you're his son, and everything will be as it was before.
As before?
Yes, of course, darling. Now, forget about those silly photographs. Henry Carstairs found them, and I bought them from him. Everything will be as it was before you brought that girl here. We'll get Harry back, and we'll bring him up together.
You don't understand, do you? I don't care about the money if I haven't got Kate. I want her and Harry. I don't want you.
Now, steady on, old boy. I mean, she is your mother, you know.
What's he doing here?
I asked him to come.
What the hell for?
Have they got the results of the test yet? Have they found out whether the tramp wasn't Simon?
No, the tramp wasn't Simon. The tramp was my father.
Graham!
What on earth are you talking about?
The tramp was my father. A man called Michael Darrow. There's pornographic pictures of them together.
Well, you told me. You swore to me.
Oh, dear Lord. Did she tell you you were my father? What a disgusting lot you are.
Oh, shut up. Of course I'm your father. Well, Simon Tranter was sterile. He knew he was sterile. And then when your mother was pregnant, that's why we had to...
Why you had to kill him? Sorry, I think we're going to be sick. Excuse me.
What did you tell him for?
Why'd you lie to me? You made me kill him. You made me kill him for no reason at all.
Don't.
You ruined it for me, Mother. I had two loves. Because of you, they're both gone.
She'll bring him back to you, darling.
Please aren't stupid. They'll find out who I am.
She'll bring him back to you anyway.
Not with you here, Mother.
Mr. Fitzroy. Mr. Fitzroy.
I'd like to ask you some questions concerning the disappearance.
God.
get a doctor.
She made me kill Simon. She made me kill him.
Get away, you! She's coming with me!
Oh my God.
Don't be stupid, Mr. Tranter.
Stupid! If she's not staying with me, then she's not going with you. Neither of them are. Now get out of the way, Dave. I'm not going to hurt you.
Who are you going to hurt, then? Us.
Put him down.
It's Daddy, Harry. It's Daddy.
Put him down!
No.
All right. All right. All right, then.
Graham, please! No, Graham, please!
You all right?
Are you sure you're going to be all right on your own?
I'm looking forward to it. I'll be so on my own, they'll all talk about me. Who's that mysterious lady in cabin 82?
Will you take care?
Yes. Oh, you've been so kind. Didn't Marcia say about something as vulgar as a cruise? Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I've got some spare time. What say we take your mother out to lunch?
How about that new French place, the Gastronomique?
Let's settle for steak and chips at the Fox and Hounds.